Situated in the bustling city of Hisar, in the state of Haryana, is a small monument with a very unique past. This edifice is none other than the Jahaj Kothi. Presently, this monument is under the protection of the Department of Archaeology and Museums, Haryana, and it acts as a small museum cum a regional office for the department, which has its headquarters in Chandigarh. In the 18th century, this edifice was built by an Irish adventurer or a mercenary named George Thomas. He has also been known as the uncrowned ruler, ruling the territories around Hisar and Rohtak. Some scholars are of the view that Jahaj is the corruption of George. Some, on the other hand, believe that since the monument was constructed in middle of a vast expanse of isolated land, it looked like a ship in middle of the open sea. That is why the name Jahaj Kothi was coined. Kothi signifies a freestanding house or bungalow. 18th century India witnessed a number of dramatic changes in the society, culture, economy, and polity. A number of events triggered these changes. The first and foremost was the decline of the Mughal Empire after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707. The later Mughals, that is, the Mughals after Aurangzeb, were not capable enough to maintain their paramountcy over the vast Indian subcontinent. This led to a number of erstwhile Mughal nobles and chiefs carving out their own big and small territorial princely states. To add to this confusion, the European imperialist powers like the English, French, Portuguese, Dutch, and Danish started playing an active role in the local Indian politics to strengthen their hold over Indian trade and commerce. As a result, a number of young European adventurers or mercenaries started coming to India in search of wealth and higher status. These adventurers cum mercenaries, due to their knowledge of Western warfare, were employed by the local Indian sultans, rajas, and nawabs. One such adventurer who landed on the port of Madras on a British warship in around 1781 was George Thomas. George came from very humble origins. He was a native of Tipperary in Ireland. He is said to have begun his career in India as a quartermaster in the same British warship, but soon he quit that job in search of a better and more lucrative opportunities. He used his military knowledge and skills to first serve the oligarchs of South India. Soon gaining more experience, he ventured towards the north, where he served as a military leader under the famous Begum Sumru of Sardhana. But due to internal court intrigue, he left the service of Begum Sumru along with a few of his loyal supporters and joined the services of Appa Khande Rao, a military chief under the Gwalior Maratha Sardar Mahaji Sindhia. However, towards the end of his term, in around 1798, after the death of Appa Khande Rao, he came up with an audacious and ambitious design to establish his own small principality around the present-day city of Hansi in Haryana, which he called Georgegarh. This area included parts of Rohtak and Hisar. But unfortunately, this dream was short-lived as he met his demise due to rampant warfare to safeguard his territorial claims around 1801. Jahaj Kothi was built by George Thomas and it acted as his residence from 1798 to 1801. Architectural historians consider it a good example of pre-British or transitory phase of colonial architecture. After the death of George Thomas, his residence was used by another well-known Anglo-Indian military adventurer named James Skinner, who served under the Marathas. Today, Jahaj Kothi houses a very modest yet exquisite collection of artifacts that have been acquired by the Department of Archaeology and Museums, Haryana, over the years. These artifacts on display range from Harappan artifacts to Gurjara-Pratihara sculptures, and broken temple architectural members. Among the Harappan artifacts, the most eye-catching is a painted pot from the site of Banawali, depicting a horned deity which is one of a kind found in India. Among other Harappan artifacts are the painted pot shard from the site of Kunal, with various motifs and designs like the peacock motif. The museum at Jahaj Kothi houses a big collection of sculptures from the early medieval period, belonging to the Gurjara-Pratihars. These include sculptures of Vishnu, Shiva, Surya, Mahishasuramardini, Maheshwar, and Vyala motifs, among many others.